Hiya crafters, Amy here with amyswares, and today I'm going to use some new to me supplies and make a cool good vibes card. Now I recently got this Kathy Zilski die from Simon Says Stamp in this Spellbinders 3D embossing folder called Argyle Plaid on a recent Simon Says Stamp order. Here's a photo of the finished card, but do stick around to the end and you'll see a bonus card variation as well. Now, I'm flipping through my chocolate box of backgrounds to find something to play with. Now, my friend Allison Haikila, she recently posted a couple videos with the same embossing folder, and I had to have it because it's 3D embossed and it's plaid, two things that I love. So she's brilliant. If you don't know her, be sure to go below my video, expand and scroll down, and I will link one of her videos about this. Be sure to subscribe to her. She is one of my absolute favorite YouTubers to watch. She's just got a wealth of crafty knowledge to share with the world, so be sure to check her out. Anyway, she inspired not only this purchase, but also this card because she explained this technique to kind of take this embossing folder to the next level. So I'm taking some various kind of meh panels from my stack. They're, I don't know, ink smushing or something like that. They're a little grungy. I'm not sure at this point exactly what I'm going to do, but I have an idea. So I'm going to start with those two kind of more pastel looking ones. And I have this Distress Oxide color and Picked Raspberry. So I'm busting out this huge 3D embossing folder. Guys, these are like literally the size of half of a sheet of cardstock. So they're 8.5 by 5.5. So it's like two USA 2 size panels worth. But I decided to just line up the one in there. And this is what she showed that was so brilliant. So I'm not entirely sure. I think I'm doing it on the front of the embossing folder for this technique. But like I said, do stick around for the bonus card and you'll see a different variation. But I'm just going right on that plastic, rubbing over my Distress Oxide pad right over it. So I think I decided to line it back up, or maybe I just ended up leaving it. I can't remember, but I did it just pushing down as much of that ink as I could right onto that side. I'm trying to remember what I did here. It's just as exciting for me, guys, because I already forgot. It's only been like seriously a day, and I already forgot what I did. That's how fast my mind moves on to the next thing, I guess. Anyway. Oh, that's what I did. Okay, so I just did it the one time, and then here's what I did to bring it to the next level. So I grabbed another color. I think that was Broken China is what I just showed you. And I'm just gently going over the top of it. So now I'm only trying to hit like the really highest raised levels on this panel. So this is a way to really kind of elevate that plaid. So start with something, maybe an interesting background or maybe a colored cardstock, and then work with two other colors. So that's how you can really accentuate the plaid of this embossing, by kind of just hitting the different levels, either by putting the ink directly in the embossing folder and then kind of brushing over top. Al did some even cooler ideas too, so be sure to watch her video. I'll link it below. But I'm going to bust out this Kathy Zilski die. I have my little wire snips here. I'm trying to just get in there. I struggle a little bit, even with these little delicate snips, sometimes to get those disconnected. It's kind of a pain. But anyway, I'm going to use this other piece that kind of matches colors. I'm just lining up the good vibes. And then I'm going to do a shadow layer in white. And then I decided the white didn't stand off enough, so I just custom colored cardstock with that same Broken China and just brushed it right over the whole die cut of the shadow layer. So that's a way to really perfectly match the colors to your project, is to just use the same color and create your own custom color cardstock. So here I'm taking out these little letters. I attached them to the shadow layer, and then I snipped one of my simple strips from Tailored Expressions. Those cool storage boxes are also Tailored Expressions if you're not familiar. But I'm just going to pop this up with some thin foam strips that I get from Amazon, just to kind of give it some dimension. I did attach that embossed panel down directly to a card base. That's USA 2 size, 4.25 inches by 5.5. And there's no border on that. It actually just goes all the way to the edge of the card base. And then I will have, like I said, that dimension from the good vibes. And then what I'm going to do is just nestle that little sending snipped sentiment right in the middle of those two words. So that little opening between the good and the vibes was the perfect space to kind of nestle in that that little that little sentiment strip. Now you can see I have two sorts of thin foam strips there. This other one is actually higher, thicker in dimension. So I decided to use that one on the sending strip, because then that way it'll sit up just a touch higher and I can really nestle it in. I'm going to turn this to the side so you can see it sits up just a little bit higher on top of the Good Vibes, but it just fit in there perfectly. So it was very satisfying to kind of have a layout that works so well. Now here is my beloved card bling. This is from Colorful Life Designs. If you shop for anything there, be sure to use my coupon AmyFan10 at checkout and save on your entire order. Now there's over 100 colors in the shop now of this card bling. So there's so many blue ones. It's just a matter of figuring out which one is going to work best. I end up going with this, I think it's called TL blend or something like that. I'll try and remember to link it below. If I forget to link anything, be sure to let me know in the comments. Oh, TLC blend. Okay, now so here's the next panel. That was another one that I pulled out that was kind of grungy. I actually ink blended on the back. So then it was debossing the ink down into the grooves, which was a whole other cool look. So play with your embossing folders and this technique and figure out the best way to do it. Now what I'm showing you here is I used Rustic Wilderness to do the embossing to impress that ink in. I also used that same color and that blending pen to fill in that stamp with the same color. That's what I was showing. And now with this residual, I'm trying to do some splatter, which wasn't really successful, but that was my technique. I just had it kind of smushed right down onto my glass mat. Same thing here. I'm going to use a simple strip from Tailored Expressions. I'm showing you the awesome storage boxes. That happy birthday stamp is from scrapbook.com. And like I said, I was able to custom color it. So here is the Good Vibes finished card with the blingage with the TLC blend. So cool how it turned out. I love the texture from this 3D embossing folder. It's so dramatic and cool. And I'm so excited to play with all different techniques and other ideas that Al shared. I won't break that surprise. I'll let you check out her video and figure out the other steps she did. And then in here, like I said, I squished that color by doing it on the back side and using it more like debossed with that Rustic Wilderness color. And then I did satin matte light chartreuse and satin matte dark chartreuse, which are two more gorgeous colors that matched perfectly. And here's a photo of that finished card. So thank you for sticking around to the end. If you found this helpful, please hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing. And I will check you next time. Bye.